Well, hello everyone, it is me, Mary, but you can call me Hawk if you'd like to, based on my username, Hawkie's Journey. You know, I thought I'd give a bit of a chit-chat, vertical style filming video of me just talking about life, what's been happening, spiritual insight I've been given, that sort of thing. Also, if you've noticed, yes, I did change my profile picture to something a bit more psychedelic. I thought that'd be really cool. There's some disclaimers I'd like to give before I begin this video. First off, the background noise disclaimer. If you don't like background noise, unfortunately this may not be the channel for you. I have a desktop fountain on in the background, so if you hear a motor humming and like water slurping kind of sound, that would be my desktop waterfall that I use to try to drown out the noise of my upstairs neighbor's toddlers, because they have two toddlers and the room is directly above mine. So if you hear what sounds like a stampede of screaming elephants in the background, I am sorry, but I cannot control my neighbor's toddlers. It is not my responsibility, and I know they're trying pretty hard, and honestly, no one can control toddlers. So that's just something you're gonna have to deal with, or maybe find another channel if that bothers you that much. Likewise, I live with family, I live with my parents, so, you know, something to be aware of. There's going to be background noise on occasion. Likewise, the third-ish disclaimer I'd really like to give here, this video will mention the use of entheogens. That being said, please don't view this if you're a minor. I'm generally pretty uncomfortable with minors watching my channel to begin with. I am especially uncomfortable with them watching videos that mention entheogens, simply because it's just not safe for developing brains and minors. They just aren't, generally speaking. They're just not. So if you are under the age of 18, this is not the channel for you. Maybe you can watch when you are older. Also, another disclaimer, please use entheogens safely, with knowledge of contraindications and what might go wrong. Don't just go taking them willy-nilly. You can die that way, so it's another disclaimer. Also, just be respectful of people's beliefs, because, you know, it's okay if you don't believe what I believe, but if you're respectful, we're gonna be cool. You're gonna stay able to comment on this channel and have your comments be viewed. So, just be respectful. Don't be a jerk simply because you can and you're somewhat anonymous on the internet. You're not going to get very far. I'm just going to put it that way. Also, yes, this is going to be kind of rambly, but I do have some notes in my new kind of working Book of Shadows, as well as just my notes over here. So, yeah, I will be reading them because I'm autistic and ADHD. And I can't really focus very well or, like, not ramble too hard without a script. I mean, I can do unscripted videos, I'm just gonna be very spacey and rambly, so you're just gonna have to put up with that. If you're gonna watch me, you're gonna have to be used to a neurodivergent person speaking. If you can't handle the way I talk, again, not the channel for you. I don't know what to tell you. So, with that being said, let's get into my insight at about 3 minutes and 3 seconds. I'm gonna write that down just now so I can tell you in the comment section in the description what the time marker will be. So, what's been going on in my life? Well, lately, I've been doing not less work, but I've been a little more not on top of the divination every single day, I'll be honest. I don't typically do divination every single day. I've been doing it frequently, like every 5 days, 5 or less days, which is pretty consistent, pretty frequent, I'd say, but you know, I've been doing that, and I've been getting some interesting insights. I did the first one on the February 5th, which, yes, it was regarding something I did for the protests that were happening that day. I'm not going to specify what I did or how I did it, because I don't want people to mess with me like that. I don't necessarily want to invite people who are trying to undo my workings. So, you know, I'm not going to specify what I did, just know I did something. But, you know, I did things. Not going to specify what, but I did also on that day give a wine offering to my deities. I do have wine that I made myself using wild grapes that grow really invasively around me. I was able to make some actual wine with it, which is awesome for offerings to my deities and guides, especially because a lot of the deities I venerate and worship happen to be of the Hellenic or Greek influence. They happen to be of that pantheon. So, as you can imagine, wine is a pretty good offering for those deities, especially. And so, after I did the offering of wine and everything, I felt very emotional. I kind of felt a little like crying. I felt like crying from the overwhelm of just the feelings of gratitude, but also just all of the emotions I was feeling while I gave the offering. It really welled up. Something about giving that wine offering really welled up something in me. And if you haven't given a wine offering before, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't drink, if you have wine set aside purely for ceremonial, like you were giving this as an offering purposes, trust me, it can really be a powerful thing. I found out that the experience way, not necessarily the hard way, but the experience way, and I felt very empowered, and I felt a lot of energy. It was really interesting, and I got the feeling when I did it to persevere, to be strong, and be courageous. I also had a clairaudient or clairsentient. I'm not sure quite which one it was, but I had a feeling of a good job. Basically, I almost heard in my mind's ear a whisper of, "Good job, Mary. You did good. You did your work for now for today. Keep up the good work." It also said, I've had a feeling to tap into my magic more often and to pull a rune. So I pulled some runes. So what I did is I have these runes that I made myself out of rocks and clay and paint markers, and they're basically what you'd expect. Let me get it out actually. They're in this egg container that I thrifted, and they kind of look like this for the witches runes are like that. This is like, you know, on a regular rock. And then another one for the Elder Futhark. So I have the Witch's Runes, Elder Futhark, I have the elements, a yes and no, and it's basically what I have in there, like the elemental symbols, and the yes and the no symbol, like a check mark or an X. I also put the Witch's Runes, like if you don't know what that is, look it up. Also the Elder Futhark runes, and I pulled some runes, and what I got was Dagas. I also got Gebo and Kenas. Very Hecatean vibes, if you know anything about the runes. Those runes are very Hecatean because Dagas is illumination, awareness, transformation, new beginnings, awakening, enlightenment, breakthrough, hope, security, seize the opportunity to grow. Gebo is about gifts, giving, balance, crossroads, that stood out to me, exchange, reciprocity, positive flow of relationships, use my gifts, connect. Kenas is literally torch, so torch plus crossroads, and also the illumination and transformation really felt Hecatean to me. It's all about inner light and wisdom, enlightenment, clarity, knowledge, and secrets illuminated, the occult, and creativity. And again, that felt very Hecatean. Like, I do have my Hecate statue on my main altar over here. I moved her from these shelves I have. They have these little veneration areas that I can move onto my desk or my main altar as I see fit. Right now I have her stuff over on my altar over there. I'm not going to show it, but it is over there, like her tarot cards, her candles, her oils, the jewelry that I have consecrated to her, like her incense burner, some crystals of hers that I have dedicated to her, like some amethyst I have over there. I definitely felt very Hecatean, very connected to Hecate in the moment. I also felt to use my gifts, and there's a major awakening, mass illumination, crossroads of history. Those are things that came through to me. Also waking up the masses in some regard. Something about that. Also reciprocity, offerings, acts of service, mutual aid, use my gifts and resources, however limited they may or may not be aware and stay hopeful, personal growth and spiritual awakening, I too am leveling up and growing. Those are things that I got in the moment, download-wise, on the 5th of February, 2025. Now, skip forward 5 days from there, you have February 10th, which was a tarot reading, that I did, that I felt called to do, and I got the Ten of Pentacles, Strength, the Star, and King of Cups. And then from the bottom of the deck, I got Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Two of Cups, and Seven of Cups. Kind of like on its side, not fully reversed, not fully upright, it was kind of on its side. I kind of read my reverse cards also, like upright, reverse, like as if it were on its side, so I can see like the flip side of like, this is what's going on, this is the blockage, but this is where it could be balanced and, what I should be working towards versus the blockage type thing. So, so I did the Ten of Pentacles Undercurrent by Nine of Pentacles. That was about wealth, family, inheritance, success, and enjoyment and gratitude, prosperity, achievement, soul family giving me gifts, support to further my dreams, keep the doors open, which is something my grandpa on my mom's side says, and also rejuvenating my spirit. Also, the second thing I got was Strength and Undercurrent Ace of Wands, so courage, inner strength, endurance, overcoming obstacles, especially internal and self-imposed, as well as inspiration, creativity, divine gifts, and being open to exciting new opportunities, renewed confidence, stay open to divine inspiration. The next thing was the Star and Two of Cups. So this is about hope, healing, healing from the past, especially in acting on creative impulses, improved health and positive growth, spiritual and physical, plus partnership, harmony, union, deepened hobbies, new connections, and feeling love and support in current relationships. Then, of course, there's the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups undercurrent, which is kind of on its side. So I got emotional maturity, stability, empathy, and taking action from a place of compassion and love, especially self-love, boundaries of a healthy nature, and possibilities, plus daydreaming versus illusions and confusion. And basically from that I got be discerning, be firm yet loving with myself. It also mentioned something that I'm going to mention about my entheogen use. I tried Hawaiian Baby Wood Rose. If you don't know what that is, look up that plus the letters L plus S plus A. Yes, it sounds like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It is related. It is natural. Because I did get Hawaiian Baby Wood Rose seeds, and yes, I did take them. It also advised me to take less of that Hawaiian Baby Wood Rose than I think I need. I can always add more seeds. Sit with my dreams via meditation, guided, and visualization. Use my spiritual practice to help guide decision making, choosing from the heart and the gut, intuition-wise. And also, something I got was that the usage of Hawaiian Baby Wood Rose will be a good thing for me. I'll make significant growth, and I'm continuing to. And I also got the advice to be strong, creative, and have hope. Make reasonable boundaries, maybe like 4 to 6 of the seeds to start, which I did have 6, and also work on work to have more on reserve anyways, like not work to, but have more on reserve just in case, also when I get more seeds eventually and try again in a couple weeks or something, you know, I can, just in case, basically, just in case, keep the extra seeds on hand, which then we jump forward to today. So yesterday I took the Hawaiian Baby Wood Rose seeds, which was interesting. I'll get into that report later, maybe today, maybe in a different video, but today I did a tarot and rune reading as intuitively called to, especially because of the full moon in Leo. And tarot card wise, I got the Ten of Swords, upright reversed, kind of like, so I read both sides, Six of Cups, Page of Cups, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Lovers, undercurrented by King of Swords, the Emperor, and Seven of Swords, upright reversed. So, like, what I got out of that is that there's a delayed ending, especially because I'm hanging on to the past, and maybe not honoring the lessons as much as I should, not facing my shadow as much as I should. And this is especially because of inner child wounding, and also trying to heal those inner child wounds, like, you know, because of my PTSD, and I do have PTSD, it is difficult for me sometimes to let go of things I need to let go of, because I feel like, what if something bad happens? What if I need this thing? What if I didn't? There's a whole lot, and also, like, you know, with PTSD and anxiety, I always tend to fear the past coming back to haunt me, like in a modern day way, like versus how it was, like basically the past coming back to bite me in the butt. I do have a bit of chronic anxiety over, especially because of my inner child wounding. Basically, focusing on what was too much with the Six of Cups. I also got something about, with the Page of Cups upright reversed, I got immaturity and oversensitivity versus new emotional experiences, emotional intelligence, and play. And then with the King of Pentacles, I got stability, a particular material level, though I also sensed a bit of an emotional level, wealth and generosity, resources, and then the Knight of Cups really spoke to speed, emotional offerings, pacing myself, good news being on the way, spiritual inspiration. Also, if you hear rumbling at a train in the background, I do live right next to a train, so sorry about that. Again, background noise. But then I also got the Knight of Cups, which talked about, to me, the speed, emotional offerings, pacing myself, good news on the way, and spiritual inspiration. And then, of course, with the Lovers, I got, you know, relationships in alignment to something, balance, love, duality. Divine love is better than instant gratification. And then the undercurrent was, you know, the King of Swords, just about leadership, intellectual ambition, logic, reason, masculine, intelligence, decisive. And then there was the Emperor, which really stood out to me because I got the King, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and then the Emperor. So I'm being told act. Don't just think, don't just play, act. Act and be decisive. So that's really about standing in my power, personal power, taking inspired action. Myself also it is representative of, because my birth cards are Death and the Emperor. So the more you know. Yeah, those are my birth cards. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up birth card calculator and click on one of the ones that you find, put in your birth date, and it'll tell you what your birth card is. Birth cards, I should say. Mine are Death and the Emperor, so it also felt representative of me, also felt like divine masculine, take up space and be empowered. And then the last one was the Seven of Swords upright reverse. So there's a disorganization and paranoia. I need to reorganize, discern, plan, and be honest with myself. What I got from those cards today, really to be in the keywords, I should say, were divine masculine, emotional maturity, decisiveness, planning, self-sabotage, being wary of self-sabotage, emotional growth, and intelligence. And thoughts on that is that I need to be real about my past. Do not run from it. Let it be in the past. Let it end. Do not run from it. Just be like, okay, yeah, this happened, but it's not happening now. It's in the past. Moving on, basically. And then also from that will come newfound stability and emotional growth, lead in my own life, don't be passive in my own life, don't let others lead for me, make my own decisions, stand firm, stand in my power, discern my intuition versus my anxiety, also be more organized and methodical for now is something that's really important. Plan how I am moving forward, don't just go with the flow, plan what I am doing. Have a plan going in so I know what I am working towards. That is a big thing. And then the runes I pulled, which I did pull more runes today, were Lagos, which is about water, also potential, desire, energy, intuition, flow, subconscious, adaptability, dreams, emotional, renewal, healing, and also navigating the inner, like, the unknown, basically, your subconscious with clarity. Then I got Star with the Witch's runes. That is like a green light, hope, guidance, life, purpose, go after your desires, a yes answer, inspiration, authenticity, acceptance, and freedom, especially of the self-acceptance. Then I got Harvest from the Witch's runes, which were blessings, investing, rewards, education, reaping what I sow, abundance, cultivation, and prosperity. Also, if you're not aware, I keep my Witch's runes, my elemental runes, my Guess No runes, and my other Truth Arc all mixed together in this little bucket here because it makes the best sense. It makes the most sense when I do that. The meaning from the runes I got were to, essentially that I'm getting a green light to follow my intuition and invest in myself. Intuition, mysteries, gain clarity at this time due to my efforts. So basically the mysterious things in my life and my intuition will be getting more clarity because of my efforts. Also, go away Snapchat. Oh my gosh, I hate when notifications pop up on my screen in spite of the do not disturb. Personal anecdote aside, the combination meeting, yes, this video is getting long, is planning and acting decisively is important. Go after what my heart desires, make a plan, but make a solid plan and be consistent in my efforts. Investment, trust and discern my intuition versus my fear. All of my efforts, however big or small, however much or however little, will pay off in some regards. Go for it, heal, transform. Those are some insights I got. Now, on to more notes. Yes, this is going on 20 minutes, but I don't care. Thank you for still watching, by the way. But lately, I've been cleansing, protecting, and returning to sender, especially before bed. Listen, if you had a draining day, even if you didn't work that day, do that. Do a white candle, inscribe whatever you need to inscribe on there, put some oil on there for cleansing, protecting, and returning to sender, especially returning to sender ill will sent my way from others, whether intentionally or not. Yeah, I'm no, you don't get to muck up my life with all your BS. Here you go. Back to you. Also, sorry if you hear noise in the background. Again, I have parents here, and yes, one of them is in a doctor's appointment, so please be aware. So, I do what I do. And then also, yesterday I took the Hawaiian baby woodrose seeds, and, it's interesting, I didn't get as much out of it as I thought I would. I didn't really get the crazy visuals or dreams or anything like that. I mostly got really restorative deep sleep. I also got, a little bit of visual distortion, just a teeny bit, slight trailing. I noticed more details, the walls seeming like they have pores, brighter colors, brighter, like, vibrancy of light. That's some things I noticed. Just some slight visual changes. Being very silly. I felt myself being very silly. I also found that I got really sleepy. But I also didn't get this gastrointestinal discomfort that most people experience with Hawaiian baby wood rose. So just be aware that I process things really differently to most people. For instance, I have a good reaction to things like Datura, typically speaking, whenever I do take it once in a blue moon, because I don't really want to build that up in my system. But, you know, when I have taken it, it's not been bad. I'll just put it that way. It's not been bad when I've taken that. So, you know, maybe my body just doesn't process what would normally cause a lot of discomfort as much, although this morning, or not this morning, today in general, it's not the morning when I'm filming this, I have been feeling a little bit more gastrointestinal discomfort, so that's worth noting. Also, in my life, I lost my therapist because they moved. Basically, they didn't die or anything, or drop me, they just moved, basically. So I lost my therapy for now, and will be deepening my spiritual and magical practices in the interim until I get a new therapist. Because, you know, something's got to keep me psychologically there. Also, this means me taking more breaks from social media and YouTube and the news, even if there's a lot going on, a lot of turmoil, a lot of havoc. I do sometimes have to stay away from it a little bit just so I don't lose my crap. I'd really rather not. Rather not spiral and shut down. Autistic shutdown is one hell of a thing. So is burnout, and I really don't want to go through that right now in this part of my life, so I'm just like, nope, I'm doing as much as I can to stave that off. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you don't know this about me, I use Amanita muscaria mushroom. I've been starting to microdose it again. This has been very helpful for my depression and also my ADHD, which is very interesting. I'm theorizing if the ibotenic acid has some part to play in that, since it is a glutamate analog, and, you know, ADHD meds, in my case Vyvanse, also happen to work by upticking glutamate. So I'm like, interesting. So that would explain a lot. But then when it decarbs into muscimol in my gut, since I'm just taking it orally, you know, it helps with my anxiety and depression, which is really much needed at this time. In fact, that's what's been keeping the seasonal depression at bay, this mushroom. So very good in my opinion. Look up Dr. Baba Masha's book, and also Amanita Dreamer if you need more resources on that. Also, I've been more chill in spite of ongoing circumstances, probably due to my entheogen use, and also, you know, I did the divination I talked about earlier for the full moon Leo, and I might be doing more videos on YouTube when possible around the full moon, or on the full moon especially, because, you know, maybe I can give you guys my life updates, the culmination of everything, if you will, so far every month on the full moon. Whether it's pre-recorded or recorded on the day. Today it's recorded on the day, so you're in for a special treat. Hopefully this was an okay video for you guys to sit through. I feel a little scatterbrained, to be honest, but, you know, what happens, happens. How have you guys been? I've been doing good. Again, like, I've been doing okay, all things considered. I'm getting new spiritual insights like I told you about, and I think it's really interesting. So, let me know what insights you've been getting, if any of my insights resonated with you, if they're relevant to you. Let me know, because I do tend to pick up on collective energy a lot of the time. Whether I want to or not, I pick up on other people's energy, and I'm like, but, you know, it's a thing with me, so there's that. It's just part of being sensitive, I guess, but, you know, whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Hawk or Mary signing out. Stay magical. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!